we're back with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. R2-D2 is now in the game files, and General Veers is getting a drastic rework. And we're also going to go directly into the data mine files, which show some of these Zetas, which make it look a lot better than I thought on paper, because these Zetas, oh my god, look at this one right here. While R2-D2 is active, all eyes gain 10% critical chance and 10% active. While R2-D2 is active, whenever a light side ally scores a critical hit, dispel all debuffs on them. Ooh, that looks really good. Let's look at this other one right here. And then also at the start of battle and when R2-D2 revives, other droid, Galactic Republic, Rebel, and Resistant allies gain 10% of R2-D2's max protection, offense, max health, and potency until R2-D2 is defeated. This is huge. It is not in the post on the forums, which we're going to go over. And Veers got a rework, and he also has a new stance. You can check him out right here. Looks pretty good. Looks very exciting. Okay, let's read the official post. But like I said, there's some stuff missing in it, and there's also reference in the game files to possibly a new Battlefront 2 trailer coming out. So we're just going to read all of this. Let's do R2-D2 and R2-D2 legendary event. So that's going to be like Yoda and Palpatine. Now this event is going to use Empire characters, which I'm excited about because I think I have at least 4 of them at gear 11. And you're going to be going up against the crew of the Millennium Falcon. So that's going to be like Luke and Chewbacca and some other things. There's going to be a Veers rework, and they're going to make this Imperial Trooper category, which seems very similar to what they did with Rebels, where all the uniques of all the troopers will carry over to each other. Looks very promising on paper. Let's just read the May the 4th event. And we'll also talk about a crystal bonus that's in the game files. So if you're going to buy crystals, so there's going to be a bonus on May the 4th, and we'll look at that towards the end of the video. Very versatile support droid is to be sent to the Death Star. Gather your best Empire forces and defeat the famous crew of the Millennium Falcon to capture R2, the daring droid, in a very rare multi-tiered event. Now when they say very rare, that means it could be 6 months before you get to do it again. Seems like that's how it happened with Palpatine and Yoda. Can you foil the Rebels' plans and capture this legendary astromech? Okay, R2-D2. It says basic electroshock pod. Deal physical damage to target enemy with a 80% chance to inflict stun for 1 turn. That sounds amazing. This attack deals 30% more damage to burning targets. And we're going to get into this burning thing because the biggest question I had when I saw R2-D2 is what is this going to do to the Maul meta? Is it going to make it worse or better? And after reading all this stuff, I'm not really sure, because his special 2, read this, deal special damage to all enemies, inflict burning for 2-3 turns. His attack can't be evaded. Note, burning deals damage over time and minimizes chance to evade, and that is by 10%. So it cuts that Maul evasion down by half, and I think that's very good. Now, special number 2 actually would help a Maul team. Target ally gains foresight for 1 turn, and all other allies have a 100% chance to gain stealth for 2 turns. Yuck, that sounds amazing with Maul. R2-D2 gains 40% turn meter. I wonder if the new meta is going to be Maul, Palpatine, Nihilus with R2-D2 and General Kenobi. I'm not really sure. Now, Unique 1, which is missing some information here in this post. Base, while R2-D2 is active, all eyes gain 10% critical chance and 10% accuracy. But when you go into the game files, there's actually a Zeta that actually helps light side quite a bit more. And then Unique 2, Number Crunch. At the start of battle, R2-D2 gains 10% max protection for each droid ally, 10% offense for each Galactic Republic ally, which is a new tag. We'll talk about that in a minute. 10% max health for each Rebel ally, and 10% potency for each Resistant ally. Now there's a Zeta for this too, which we'll look at here in a minute, and I think it's a lot better than it's showing in this post. Daily login character is going to be Veers, and Veers is going to be reworked entirely. Boy, Imperial Trooper category, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And they're going to release more information on the Imperial Troopers later in the week. So we're just going to see the Veers rework here in these notes. Now has a chance to grant speed up, and a random Imperial Trooper ally who doesn't have it, upgrade 7, now gains more damage. And the Mega also does more damage and more of a speed up chance. His first special, Ruthless Assault, now calls in all Imperial Trooper allies to assist, dealing 40% less damage. That's kind of like a Clones or General Kenobi attack. Very cool. Upgrade 7 now grants more damage, and so does the Omega, and an addition to ability block chance. Very cool. Leadership ability. Wow, look at this. Imperial Trooper allies all gain 20 speed. Very cool. Mega gains. Imperial Troopers gain 10% turn meter whenever they gain a buff, in addition to the previous bonus of 4% offense. Very similar to Hera is the way it looks. Now, this is the thing that is very interesting to me. Unique, aggressive technician now grants all bonuses to all Imperial Troopers. And the way that I'm interpreting that is that all the uniques on all the troopers will carry over to each other. That is very similar to the Phoenix Squadron. I'm actually pretty excited about this on paper. It looks very good. Gains while Veers is active. Imperial Trooper allies have a 15% critical chance. His new Zeta, recover 10% protection whenever an enemy is defeated, 20% offense up chance, and a 60% turn meter gain chance. Wow, that is very cool. There's going to be some modifications to new Gunray. I read that and it didn't seem that important. There's going to be a bunch of new packs in the shop. This is very important right here. Krennic and Death Trooper are rotating out of the Shard Shop, and they're adding Nihilist, Sith Trooper, Sith Assassin. They're also going to make those 3 characters farmable. Nihilist is going to be hard Dark Side Battle 9A, which means that'll take 6 months to get him to 7 stars. Sith Trooper and Sith Assassin are going to be in Cantina battles. Assassin seems very good to me, kind of like the Jawa Engineer of the Siths. Very easy to farm, like her a lot. And then there's some more information about some assault battles and ship things. Let's go to the data mine information, because I think there's 2 or 3 things in here very cool. The very first thing in the data mine data files. Now, I will say this about data mine files. It's in the game files. I don't know how accurate it is. It could change. It's not on the post. So you kind of have to take this information here a little bit of grain of salt. I mean, I don't know how accurate it is really. First thing, it talks about a Battlefront True new trailer. I'm very excited about that because it makes reference in the game files that there's going to be a new trailer. Maybe that'll come out on May the 4th. We will see. There's going to be this Imperial Trooper faction tag, and it's going to be debuted this month, so they're going to add that to all the troopers. I'm hoping Death Trooper is a part of that. That would seem very cool. I like this sentence right here. General Veers can bring the full might of his troopers to bear on the filthy rebel scum with incredible trooper synergies. I like that. That's funny. Now, this is very interesting right here. Greetings. On May the 4th, Crystal event has started for a limited time. Get 25% crystals on selected packs in the store. Limited one-time purchase. Bonus crystal offer ends soon. So that's very cool. Then it talks about the R2-D2 event. And I just want to skip down to the Zeta abilities for his uniques. And this is an ability upgrade right here on both of his uniques. And it looks like it is a Zeta upgrade. Could be wrong. It's kind of hard to understand and read this information. While R2-D2 is active, whenever a light side ally scores a critical hit, dispel all debuffs on them. Woo! Very interesting. And then right here, at the start of a battle, and when R2-D2 is revived, other droids, Galactic, Republic, Rebel, and Resistance allies gain 10% of R2-D2's max protection, offense, max health, and potency until R2-D2 is defeated. Woo! Wow. We will see. I don't know what to make all of this. It could be a game changer. I'm really hoping that all of this information makes a shift from the Maul. I am definitely getting on the Maul bandwagon. I will be getting him fully upgraded to Gear 11 probably in the next couple of days. But me personally, I'm kind of annoyed with the Dodge meta. I just don't like Dodge. I didn't like it when it was Old Ben and Dooku. Don't like it today. It just seems so RNG, so random. I don't particularly care for it myself. Maybe you like it. I don't know, but it's just kind of a frustrating mechanic. For me, it just seems a little bit unfun. Also, next week I am heading out to EA in LA. I think it's their DICE headquarters to do some sort of focus group or something like that. If you have any questions that you want me to ask them, put them on Twitter under the hashtag AskMobile. I've done this before. Maybe I'll get some new insights from them. I will definitely be looking at my Twitter and asking questions when I'm there based off of that hashtag. I just wanted to thank everybody here for the support and liking and watching the videos. And as always, keep on gaming.